Hi guys, I'm here at CES 2023 and it's day 3 and I'm with Dr. Dustin Tyler and he's going to explain what's going on here. So first of all, can you just introduce yourself for us?
Absolutely. So I'm Dustin Tyler. I'm a professor of biomedical engineering at Case Western Reserve University. And what we have here is two different things. Our academic side is called the Human Fusions Institute. And what our whole goal here is to be able to add the sense of touch to the virtual world. And so we are, as opposed to a lot of the other technology here, we're actually doing direct connection to the nervous system. So we're stimulating the nerves in the hand, so when you touch something, you actually feel it in the tips of your finger, and different ways we can look at that. So we have a setup here in Oculus right now, in Unity, that we're building where you have, for example, a fire. That is, the closer you get, you can feel more of the fire, further away. We have a sand game where you can play through the sand and feel different objects hidden by touching them, etc. But all this is under this idea where you can feel in your hand. The other thing that we're doing here beyond the virtual world, and this is the robotic setup we have on this side, is that all the work began in prosthetics. So for people that lost a limb, when we talk to them, they talk about the prosthesis as being a tool until they have the sense of touch and they say it's my hand. Yeah. But I can put that hand anywhere in the world and it feels the same to them. And so we've been expanding on that, so now we have robotic systems with both at the Case Western Reserve University and partners at UCLA, that when you put on the Oculus, there's a camera that looks like you're next to the robot. So your position now is the robot's position. When you move your hand, the robot follows it. And when you grab stuff, you feel it. Yeah. So now you can actually be like your hand is anywhere in the world and do activities any place in the world.
Yeah. That's fantastic. So tell us a little bit more about the technology that you've got here and what's involved.
Yep, so this is early prototype work at the academic side. So basically what we have is something that goes onto either in a glove form, like down here, or a ring. This is an early version of a ring where you put it around the finger, and then we have a place for return and a stimulator. And so when the virtual world touches something, there's a small little stimulus current that now you feel it in your fingertip. And that's pretty much it. And in the next year, so we have a startup company called Afference, and that's the one moving mostly towards gaming and VR. Yeah. But within the year, we expect to have rings that basically go on like a ring, and a little device on the back of your hand, and that's it. Yeah. And then from that, we can connect you to any virtual world, any sort of sensation in that world.
Yeah. So ideally, we're talking about the metaverse here.
Exactly. It's a lot of like Ready Player One and the Oasis, actually.
That's exactly what I say whenever I see anything like that.
Absolutely. It's a big area. I mean, as you can see, a lot of the conference here is metaverse, and there's a lot of haptic technology where most of what other people have been doing is vibrators and mechanical vibration onto the fingers. And while that's great, that's the limit of what you can do is vibrate the finger. Because we're stimulating the nerve directly, we can change the type of information that you get. So rather than just a vibrator, we can change the way that we apply that information and it feels different. Yeah. And so that's where we're headed. It's our differentiation is we're a direct nerve interface.
So where did the idea for this all come from? How did you guys get started?
That's great questions. For about the past 15 years, we've been working in the area of limb loss. Okay. So we started it with people that have lost a limb for some reason. The biggest problem, while the mechanics of the hand are important, what everybody really misses is the sense of touch. And a lot of the people that we asked, what do you really want? They actually wanted to hold their wife's hand or their kid's hand. I mean, it's amazing how important that sense of touch is. So we now have people with implanted devices for up to 10 years that basically their prosthesis is their hand again. Yeah. And so that's where these things began, and one of the important things is the people we would talk to them would say, without the sense of touch, it's just a tool. Yeah. But as soon as we turned it on, they'd say, it's my hand. Yeah. And so we've been expanding from that to say, well, I could take the prosthesis off of their arm and put it anywhere in the world. It'll still feel exactly the same. Yeah. So I can put your hand anywhere in the world. Which is really kind of wild when you think about it. Yeah, that's what we've been trying to do, and this is where we have this robotics setup here I was talking about. Yeah. We actually have colleagues at UCLA where our students can, from Cleveland, connect to the robot and look like their arm, and then touch and grab and manipulate things in Los Angeles from Cleveland as though they're touching it themselves. Yeah.
It's certainly a very exciting industry to be working in. And
lots of opportunity.
Yeah, and finally, how has the show been for you? Has it been busy?
Been very busy. We've been doing a lot of demos and people stopping by. It's been great. I wish it wasn't so busy. I want to go see more of the show myself.
Can't complain, can we? But thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Take care. Thank you.